life on the mooring hasn't been all storms and splicing. I've seen plenty of Key West, had some nice lunches, dinners, wander around town, see some music. A lady called Kirsten McNamara was really good. Anyway, that has now more or less come to an end. I'm here, this is my last few days. I am preparing to head off, so yeah, lots of provisioning, fuel. I've got to go do some printing at the public library and get ready for the next part of my adventure. Okay, so I've just been in to visit the Customs and Border Protection. Very nice gentleman. Told me all I had to do was come in, get the form, stamp it, and they would give me 24 hours to leave, 48 if it's a weekend, and then I will, said no problem about working my way up the coast, anchoring along the way, and then skip across to the Bahamas. So I'll be back here towards the end of the month. So this is the fancy marina. Go down and see if I can come and fill up the jerry cans at the fuel dock. Apparently it takes ages to book a slot here if you bring your boat, so I will see. Okay, no problem apparently to fill up here with my jerry cans. It's good because they have ethanol free gas, so I'll get another 5 gallons of that and fill up my 5 gallons of diesel, and then I'll be topped up. Not often you see other Hunter 306s around. A little different setup than mine. Okay, trash time. Regular trash and recyclables. This is the library. COVID vaccination record, and 1 cruising permit. Yeah, I used the library in Gulfport, and this one here was able to do my printing, and good internet. They've got movies and all that kind of stuff, newspapers. Yeah, brilliant, they're doing fantastic. So next stop, I think maybe a bite of lunch, and then I'm going to go and pick up a jerry can and get some petrol, I think. Sandy's renowned Cuban cafe, probably the best value fish sandwich in Key West. So for future reference, this black one, turns out that sign says non-potable water. This white one says potable water. And now I filled up my jerry cans, once from the black one and once from the white one, so hopefully I put a bit of chlorine in the water in the tank, and hopefully it's gonna kill anything that wasn't making the water potable in the first place. But I've drunk some pretty rank water over the years, so I think it should be alright. So it's been raining this morning and cooled down. It was a really hot day yesterday, cooled down a lot, so I'm taking the opportunity while it's relatively cool to walk to the fuel dock, fill up my 5-gallon drum of diesel, walk back. I did 2.5 gallons of petrol yesterday. This time today's diesel, and then I've got one more run of petrol to do, which I will plan on doing later in the week. Once I've done that, then I'll go and I've got a little bit of food shopping to do. So just under a mile, which was easy enough on this way with an empty jerry can. Might be a little bit less fun on the way back with a full one. Here we go, on number 6. This I'm not filling up that. That'll cost a wee bit. I wish I'd remembered my cart back in Houston. Made it. 2 miles, 47 minutes. So 20 on the way out, 30 on the way back. Now get it in there and then go off and do my next task. Coming up to my next stop. I would probably have gone to Publix, but Winn-Dixie is closer. And it's got a bus stop right outside. I think I'm gonna, after all this walking, I think I'm gonna put the bus back. What's on my list? Onions. Not much, but some freshies, a few bits and pieces I've forgotten. More milk, OJ. Alright. Forward. Forward. I'm trying to get there without soaking all my groceries. So I'm doing my passage planning for going across to Bimini, and this is the route predicted by use my predict wind, which is over here. With leaving Thursday, which is tomorrow, at 1 o'clock from south of Key West, and that gets me across the Gulf Stream. So if I go back, hit play, so yeah, you can see the winds coming in from the east and then the south. It dies down a little bit, so it gets me across the Gulf Stream with a good wind orientation and reasonably light winds. If I go to the wind map, and run along a little bit. Okay, so Thursday, Friday good, Saturday good, Sunday good, starts off good, and then in the afternoon kind of picks up a little bit, and then Sunday night there's a front going through, or a bit of wind coming through. So I want to be there well ahead of that. Weather model, leaving Thursday at 1 o'clock. From there gets me in at Friday night, well, Friday evening, around about 10 o'clock. So if I can get out of here early tomorrow morning, then that would get me there in the evening on Friday. And if I have to anchor up outside and wait until the morning, then that's no problem. I'd rather do that than get there a bit later, and just in case that front comes through a wee bit earlier. So I've done my passage planning, I've done the weather model, I've put it into my chart plotter app. I'll put it onto my chart plotter later. I've done all my ports of refuge, various anchorages over on the Bahamian side and on the Keys side if I need to bail. I've done my tides, I've done my weathers. So now I've updated my cruising permit online to arrive on the 30th. So now I'm going to go and print that out, so I have that copy as well as the original, and fill up my gas can from my last petrol can. That was my list. I'll sign out today. That will give me 24 hours before I have to actually leave, but my plan will be to head back here, get the dinghy and everything stowed tonight, and so I'll be ready just to head straight off first thing in the morning. So a lot of walking on the agenda today. I've got to walk back down to the fuel dock, fill a jerry can of fuel. It's the only place you can get ethanol free gasoline, so that's why I go there. And then I've got to walk back, put it on the boat. Then I've got to walk down to the library. Then I've got to walk down to the library, print something out, and from there I go to the Customs and Border Protection office. I do my checkout, and then I come back to the boat. Then I pick up my propane tank. Then I pick up my propane tank from the boat, walk across to the gas station where the propane tank chap is, allegedly 1:30 to 3:30 Monday to Friday, fill my propane tank and walk back. Then I'm going to take my final shower and make sure I've got everything, and then leave the key card and jam the door open before I leave the key card, and then that's it. Jump in the dinghy, head back to the boat, load the boat, sort out my mooring lines so I can slip them easily tomorrow morning when I leave, and try and get a good night's sleep, ready for a long day tomorrow. So fuel jerry cans up on the boat. Now coming back to Tuesday. It's a hot one today, I'm telling you. I'm getting some sustenance on the way. Tropical green smoothie. Very tasty. Okay, printing done. Next stop, checkout. Alright, that's it, checked out. That took about 10 minutes to get through security and about 30 seconds to get the form stamped. So I debated where to have lunch. Tempted by Eaton Good, which is a great restaurant just across the street, but I opted to go for the bakery, soup and a sandwich, so I can hydrate at the same time. Tomato and brie soup, and then a turkey sandwich. Very nice. Okay, propane tank. Heading to the gas station, not too far away, to see if I can get this filled. The guy's supposed to be there in half an hour. 1 gallon of propane added. Now, oh god, missed that step. So now I can go back, I'm going to get a shower, return the key card, and head back to the boat. I haven't shown the beautiful facilities. A little bit prison-like, but hot water. Walking up to return my key card. That's the dockmaster's office there. All checked out. Assuming I'll get a receipt at some point, but I paid for the full month. I'm leaving before the end of the month, so we're done. It's been a hectic few days getting prepped to leave on my first international voyage, but I'm ready, and now I'm going to savour my last evening in Key West.